Hello there, and welcome. Welcome to this gentle journey through time, through silence, and through imagination. You are listening to Silent Footsteps, and tonight we will drift slowly into one of the greatest mysteries whispered across the centuries. As you settle in, perhaps lying back, perhaps already closing your eyes, allow the world outside to fade. Feel the calm of this moment surrounding you like soft waves. Notice the rhythm of your breathing, steady and gentle. Notice the stillness in the air around you. Let your thoughts loosen, like leaves floating on water. And now, let us turn our attention to tonight's question. What if Atlantis was not only a legend, but a real city beneath the sea? It may sound like only a story, a myth told long ago. The philosopher Plato once spoke of a mighty island that sank beneath the waves. Some believe it was fiction, a parable for pride and loss. Yet others have wondered, what if there was truth behind the tale? What if long before our history began, a city stood upon the earth, grand, alive, thriving, only to be swallowed by the ocean? And as you imagine this, I wonder, where are you listening from tonight? Are you lying in your room, safe and warm, the lights dim around you? And if you glance at the clock, what time is it in your world right now? Perhaps the night is deep, when most have gone to sleep. Perhaps the morning has only just begun. Wherever you are, know that across oceans and continents, others too are listening, sharing this quiet journey with you at this very same hour. Now let your breathing slow once more. Imagine the endless ocean stretching far beyond the horizon. Imagine the surface calm, the moonlight shimmering on gentle waves, and beneath that calm silence, a vast hidden world of coral, stone, and forgotten time. What if far below there were streets once filled with voices? What if walls and towers once stood tall, now softened by centuries of water and sand? What if families, children, markets, and music once filled a city that now lies silent in the deep? The ocean has always kept its secrets. It hides mountains taller than Everest, valleys deeper than deserts, and ridges older than memory. So why not? Why not a city too? What if Atlantis was real? Not as a place of fantasy, but as a memory erased by time. Perhaps it was a city of stone shining white, now cloaked in coral. Perhaps its gates were mighty arches, now scattered fragments on the seafloor. Perhaps its people believed, as all do, that their world would last forever, until one day the waves rose and history ended. For now, let the thought rest gently in your mind, like a quiet echo across the sea. What if Atlantis was a real city beneath the waves? This is not a question to answer quickly. Tonight, we will take it slowly, step by step, through calm reflections, through the silence of the ocean, through the whispers of history and geology, not to prove, not to claim, but simply to imagine. So relax now, breathe deeply, and let the quiet hum of the sea surround you. Atlantis is waiting, and together we will drift softly into its mystery. The night is calm. The world outside your room grows quieter with every moment. Perhaps there are only small sounds around you now, the ticking of a clock, the hum of the air, maybe the faint murmur of the night beyond your window. And as these sounds fade into the background, your attention softens. You're here, still, listening. Imagine yourself walking gently along a shore. The sand beneath your feet is cool, smooth, almost whispering as you step. The air is filled with the faint salt of the sea. Above you the sky stretches wide, scattered with stars. Each one glimmers like a memory, a reminder of ages past. You hear the soft rhythm of waves, in and out, like breathing. Like the earth itself is alive, drawing breath in endless cycles. And as you stand there looking across the ocean, you remember our question. What if Atlantis was a real city beneath these waters? Picture the ocean now, not only as water, but as a veil, a soft, endless curtain hiding what lies below. Beneath the surface, life continues, fish swimming, currents flowing, coral blooming in silence. And deeper still, where the light no longer reaches, there may be valleys and ridges, caves and hidden plains. And perhaps, just perhaps, somewhere among them lies the shadow of a city. Imagine that city, not as fantasy, but as sense. Streets no longer walked in, halls no longer filled with voices, arches and stones softened by centuries, yet still standing, waiting to be remembered. The ocean has a way of keeping its secrets gently, not loudly, not violently, but with patience, covering things slowly, quietly, until they are hidden from sight. And perhaps that is what happened to Atlantis. For now, let yourself wander into this thought. Imagine descending slowly through the water, deeper and deeper. The surface grows distant above you. The world becomes bluer, darker, quieter. And then, at last, the seafloor appears. You see rock, sand, coral, and among them, perhaps, patterns. Straight lines where nature does not usually create them. Shapes that look like walls, like steps, like paths that once led somewhere. The ocean hums softly all around. A soundless sound. A deep stillness. Or even time feels slower. And in that stillness you drift. Remember, this is not about proving anything. It is not about claiming truth or fiction. It is only about imagining. Gently, slowly, letting curiosity float like a feather on calm water. Think of footsteps, though here they are not on sand or stone but in memory. Footsteps of those who may have once lived there. Children running through open courtyards. Merchants calling out in markets. Boats sailing into a harbour that now lies silent beneath the waves. All of it gone, and yet, perhaps, still present in ways unseen. Not in body, not in stone alone, but in the idea that they once were. Atlantis lives because we still ask softly, even now, what if it was real? The night sky above reflects this thought. Stars shine, though many have already burned out long ago. Their light travels across space to reach us, even though the stars themselves may no longer exist. Perhaps Atlantis is the same, gone, but still shining in memory, still sending its light into our imagination, long after its time has passed. Breathe deeply now. Let the rhythm of the sea merge with the rhythm of your chest. Inhale, like a wave rolling in. Exhale, like a wave drifting back. The body rests, the mind drifts, the heart softens. Here in this calm we are not in a hurry. We are not searching frantically. We are simply walking slowly barefoot across the sands of thought. Each step quiet, each step soft, each step leading us closer to wonder. Perhaps Atlantis is only a story, meant to remind us that no matter how strong we build, time will always move forward. Or perhaps it was once a real place, a city that rose with pride and fell into the sea. Both are possible. Both are worth wondering about. As you listen, notice how your body feels now. Your shoulders are lighter, your breath is slower. Your thoughts, once scattered, now float gently like driftwood on the tide. You are here, safe, calm and still, and the sea of imagination carries you softly deeper into the night. So let us continue to wonder. Let us stay in this gentle space with the stars above and the ocean before us, and let us keep asking slowly, calmly again and again, what if Atlantis was a real city beneath the sea? The ocean is vast. It holds not only water, but memory. For thousands of years, human beings have looked at the sea and wondered what lies beyond the horizon, and what lies beneath. And among the oldest questions ever whispered is this. Was there once a city, a whole civilization lost beneath its waves? The name we give it is Atlantis. The first time we hear of this place is not from a traveller's tale, not from a sailor's log, but from a philosopher. More than 2,000 years ago, in the city of Athens, the Greek thinker Plato wrote about a mighty island. He described it as large, wealthy, powerful, a land of kings and warriors, a people advanced for their time, and then, in a single day and night, the sea swallowed it whole. To some, this was nothing more than a story, a parable about pride and downfall, a reminder that even the greatest of nations can fall in an instant. But others have wondered, why did Plato speak of it so vividly? Why did he describe its harbours, its circles of water and land, its temples and palaces, as if it were a memory passed down. Imagine him writing by the light of an oil lamp. The air is still, the night deep. He places words on scrolls, and those words travel through time until they reach us here, tonight. And his words say, there was once a city beyond the Pillars of Hercules, what we call today the Strait of Gibraltar. A city that commanded ships, ruled seas, and then was lost. Now breathe softly and let your thoughts drift. What do we really know? History tells us that the oceans have risen and fallen many times. During the last ice age, much of the world's water was locked in ice. Sea levels were lower, coastlines stretched further, islands we no longer see may have stood above the waves, and when the ice melted, seas rose and land vanished. Could Atlantis have been one of those vanished places? A city built near the sea, washed away by time, remembered only as a story. Some explorers have searched for it in the Mediterranean, near islands like Santorini or Crete. Santorini itself holds memory of a vast eruption, a volcano that tore apart an island, sending waves across the sea. Could this have been the event remembered as Atlantis? A city destroyed not by imagination but by fire and water. Others have looked further, to the coasts of Spain where ancient ruins sleep beneath sand and marsh, to the Caribbean where divers speak of stone-like shapes in the deep, to the Atlantic Ocean itself, wide and endless, where mysteries remain hidden far beneath. And yet, there is no certainty, only fragments, only whispers, only the soft voice of possibility. Now, let us step back even further. Civilizations before us have risen and fallen many times. The pyramids of Egypt, the temples of Mesopotamia, the cities of the Indus Valley. Some remain in stone, others are no more than names, and others, like Atlantis, live only in memory and story. But what if, just what if, Atlantis was real? What if, during an age when the earth was different, when seas were lower and land stretched wider, there was a people we no longer remember? People who built, who dreamed, who lived their lives under the same stars we see tonight. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine them. Men and women walking along shining streets, markets filled with sound, ships sailing from busy harbours, children playing by the water's edge, priests in temples, merchants in squares, farmers in fields, a whole world alive. And then silence, waves rising, the earth shifting, and the city gone. This is what history shows us, that nothing lasts forever. Every city, no matter how mighty, one day falls. Every empire, no matter how strong, one day ends. And every people, no matter how proud, one day becomes a memory. Our traditions remind us of this truth. Civilizations rise, civilizations fall. Time carries everything forward, and only the Creator remains unchanged. Atlantis, whether real or imagined, is a symbol of this, a reminder that the earth holds stories we have not yet uncovered. Now let yourself return to the image of the sea, the moon above, the waves below, the stars reflected in water, as if sky and ocean mirror one another. And somewhere in that vast silence a thought remains. Could there be ruins lying in darkness? Could there be streets no foot has touched for 10,000 years? Could there be a memory of a people waiting beneath sand and coral, still sleeping in the deep? We cannot say for sure, but we can imagine. We can walk softly through this question, letting it guide us deeper into the mystery of time. So tonight, as we move forward in our journey, carry this thought with you. Atlantis may not only be a myth, it may be a reminder, a mirror, showing us that we too are only travellers across the sands of history, that what we build may one day be gone, that the earth in its tunnels keeps every secret, every memory. Breathe deeply, feel your body grow heavier, the world outside fades further, and we continue together step by step into the mystery of Atlantis. What if Atlantis was a real city beneath the sea? We have set the stage. We have walked through whispers of history, through the writings of Plato, through fragments of memory scattered like seashells along the shore. And now comes the heart of our journey. The question itself. What if Atlantis was real? Not a story, not a parable, not an invention of imagination, but a memory of something that truly existed. Close your eyes for a moment, breathe slowly, and let this thought settle gently into your mind. If Atlantis was once alive, then everything we know about history is incomplete. Think of it. Our textbooks speak of Sumer, of Egypt, of Mesopotamia as the first cradles of civilization. But what if, before all of them, there was another cradle? A people who mastered the sea, who built cities, who carved temples, who gazed at the stars long before the names we know were ever spoken. If Atlantis was real, then it changes not just history, it changes the story of humanity itself. Imagine the streets of that city. Circle upon circle, as Plato described, harbours and canals, bridges and towers. A city designed not by chance but with intention. What kind of people were they? What language did they speak? What prayers did they whisper to the heavens? What songs did they sing at night, when torches flickered along the waterfront? And now think of this. Why did they fall? Was it pride, as Plato suggested? A people too powerful, too arrogant, brought low by the decree of heaven? Or was it nature itself? A shifting of the earth's crust, a roaring of the sea, a storm beyond measure? One night, one day, and all was lost. If Atlantis was real, it shows us how fragile even greatness is, that no matter how strong the walls, how advanced the ships, how proud the people, nature, time and destiny can sweep it away. And yet, perhaps not everything was lost. Perhaps traces remain, not only in ruins buried deep, but in whispers carried through generations. Could it be that myths of flood spoken in so many cultures are echoes of the same event? The story of Noah in Scripture, the tales of great waters in Mesopotamia, India, and the Americas, all memories of a time when the seas rose and leaves were swept away. If Atlantis was real, then humanity's memory is older than we imagine. It stretches back not just 5,000 years, but 10, 12, even more. A chain of stories passed from parent to child, from elder to youth, until Plato finally placed them into words. Pause for a moment here. Let this question flow through you. What if beneath the waves lies a city so ancient, so forgotten, that our history is only a shadow of its truth? And think too of what this means for us now. If Atlantis was real, then we are not the first advanced world. We are not the first to build, to explore, to imagine. We are not alone in history. We are part of a cycle. Civilizations rise, civilizations fall. What we build today may one day be remembered only as myth. So what lesson lies in this? Perhaps Atlantis, whether real or imagined, is a mirror. A voice across time whispering, "Do not be arrogant in your power. Do not forget that the earth is vast, and time is long, and everything you see can be taken away in a single day. Now breathe again, in through the nose and slowly out. The sea is still. The stars above shimmer softly. And the question remains like a tide that never leaves. What if Atlantis was real? Not just a dream, not just a legend, but a city that once stood, filled with life, now sleeping beneath the ocean. Streets waiting in silence, walls covered in coral, statues gazing up through green water, and an entire world forgotten. This is the heart of our journey. Not to claim, not to prove, not to solve, but to imagine. To let this question open in us like the horizon itself, endless and vast. So as we move forward tonight, keep this thought close. Atlantis may not be only myth. It may be a memory. And if it is, then everything we know about ourselves is only the beginning. The sea is calm tonight. Its surface glimmers under the moonlight, soft and steady. A gentle hum seems to flow from the waves themselves, a quiet rhythm that carries the memory of time. Close your eyes if you like. Breathe slowly and feel the weight of the world lift just a little. Now imagine that you are not just standing at the shore, but slowly moving deeper into the ocean. The water is clear, yet heavy with mystery. The surface fades above you. leaving a soft blue that grows darker with every passing moment. Here in this quiet, you are neither rushed nor disturbed. You are simply walking, gently, through imagination. Far beneath the waves, imagine the ocean floor stretching endlessly. Shadows of ridges and valleys, long lost and untouched by human hands, extend beyond sight. Perhaps here, where light barely reaches, a city once stood. Walls, streets and squares, now softened by centuries of water and sediment. Coral and seaweed drape across stones like a gentle blanket. Fishes swim lazily through arches, curious and unafraid. The currents ripple over what was once a bustling plaza, now quiet, now still. Let yourself move closer in thought. Imagine touching the walls with your fingertips. Smooth stone worn by time, engravings, perhaps once detailed, now softened and almost forgotten. The silence here is thick, yet not oppressive. It is gentle, like a lullaby sung by the ocean itself. Perhaps you notice the streets. They stretch in circles, just as Plato described, leading to harbours and temples. Imagine walking along them slowly, each step a whisper of the past. No voices, no crowds, only the memory of life that once filled this place. And now, think of the people who may have lived here. They rose early with the sun, walking to work along the stone pathways. They sang songs to the sea, offering gratitude or perhaps a request for guidance. Children ran along the quays, their laughter carrying across the water. Fishermen pushed their boats into calm bays, sails catching the light of dawn. All of this gone. Yet perhaps, in these quiet depths, some trace remains. Notice the light. It changes as you drift further down. Soft beams from the surface reach the highest towers of sunken temples. Shadows stretch along broken walls. Every stone seems to hold a story, a memory of time itself. Now consider the vastness of the ocean. Even if Atlantis was a single city, it is only a fraction what the sea holds. The oceans are ancient. They have risen and fallen, shifted and moved over countless millennia. Mountains and valleys now underwater were once dry land. Rivers flowed where there is now only silence. And in all this movement, perhaps Atlantis was taken gently by the waves, or perhaps more violently, swallowed by tides and shifting earth. Think too about nature's patience. The currents shape everything slowly. Coral grows over walls. Sediment covers paths. Fishes and sea creatures make homes among ruins. Even what was once grand and human-made now serves another purpose. The city has not vanished, it has transformed. It is still alive in its own way. And as you drift further into thought, imagine what it was like to live there. People must have gazed at stars, just as we do tonight. They must have wondered about time, about the world beyond their horizon, about the forces they could not see. Perhaps they built temples to honour creation, or observatories to study the sky. Perhaps they recorded knowledge in stone, in symbols, in ways that now lie hidden beneath coral. Pause for a moment. Feel the slow hum of the ocean in your ears, the soft pressure of water around you, the gentle weightlessness of your body as you imagine moving with the currents. This is what it is to be deep in exploration, not only of a place, but of time itself. Atlantis may be gone physically, yet in imagination it is as alive as the ocean. Now allow your thoughts to drift outward, from the city to the ocean to the earth itself. Think of other civilizations, ones we know well. The pyramids of Egypt, the cities of Mesopotamia, the Indus Valley. Each of these rose, flourished, and then fell into memory. And yet here is Atlantis, a reminder that even before recorded history, life moved forward, and people built, dreamed, and lived. Perhaps the idea of Atlantis has endured because of this, because it is a symbol of our curiosity, our desire to remember, and our willingness to imagine what lies beyond what we can see. Every sea, every myth, every whisper of a lost city reminds us of time's passage and of our own small place within it. Feel the water again. Soft currents move past your arms and legs. The pressure is gentle, embracing, not harsh. The ruins stretch out vast and intricate, filled with quiet stories. Here, time is different. Not hurried, not measured, only felt. Now imagine returning slowly to the surface. The light grows brighter, shifting shadows fall away. You breathe in deeply, feeling the calm of the sea still with you. You carry the memory of Atlantis with you, not as proof, not as knowledge, but as wonder. A reminder that even in the quiet, hidden corners of the world, there is life, there is history, there is mystery. And as you resurface, notice the stars above, reflecting on the water. Notice your own breathing steady and calm. Notice the gentle rhythm of thought, slow and soft. Perhaps the city beneath the waves waits for another dreamer to wander there again. Perhaps its stories, like seeds, will continue to drift in the minds of those willing to imagine. Atlantis, whether real or remembered, is not lost. It is always here, in quiet curiosity, in the soft hum of possibility. Take one more slow breath, and let the thoughts settle. What if Atlantis was a real city beneath the sea? Not as a question to answer, but as a place to visit in imagination, a place to drift to, gently, each time you close your eyes. The ocean holds more than water. It holds stories, old as time itself, and tonight we have imagined Atlantis, its streets, its walls, its people, all sleeping beneath the waves. But what does this mean when we look at the world we know? Think of human history not as a single line, but as a wide river with many streams. Egypt, Mesopotamia, the Indus Valley, these are names we recognize, places where people built, lived, and left traces in stone and clay. The pyramids, ziggurats, and city walls stand as testimony to human creativity, to engineering, and to vision. Yet even they tell a story of rise and fall. No city, no empire, no civilization lasts forever. Time moves slowly but surely, and the earth keeps its memories hidden beneath soil, sand, and water. If Atlantis was real, it would join this flow of human history. It would remind us that civilizations are not isolated. Some rise on coasts, some in deserts, some in fertile valleys, some flourish in the open sun, secret among forests or islands. Each civilization, known or lost, adds to the tapestry of human existence. Consider geology. The earth has shifted countless times. Continents drift, seas rise and fall, volcanoes erupt, earthquakes reshape landscapes. The surface we see today was not always as it is. Plates that slowly move over millennia may have swallowed islands or created new land. What once was above the sea may now lie buried, hidden from view, and archaeology reminds us of how fragile our knowledge can be. Every excavation uncovers stones, pottery, and traces of daily life. Every artifact tells a story, yet there are always gaps. Whole chapters of human history remain unrecorded, lost, or misunderstood. Atlantis, whether real or imagined, is part of that uncertainty, a question mark floating across time. Think also of astronomy. Ancient people watched the skies. They measured the stars, the movement of planets, the changing seasons. They used the stars to navigate, to mark time, and to guide their lives. If Atlantis existed, surely its people did the same. Perhaps their observations guided their architecture, their calendars, and their understanding of the natural world. And even now, long after they are gone, the stars remain. The same constellations that shone above their city shine above us tonight. History shows us humility. Every civilization, no matter how advanced, eventually fades. Nothing lasts forever except what the Creator wills. Atlantis, if it existed, is a reminder that time is patient and human achievement is fleeting. It encourages reflection. What will remain of us? What stories will survive the centuries? And yet, curiosity and wonder are eternal. Even if a city sinks beneath the waves, imagination keeps it alive. Now, let us compare Atlantis gently with civilizations we know. The pyramids of Egypt, built on dry land, surviving millennia, marvels of geometry and engineering. The ziggurats of Mesopotamia, centers of worship, commerce and governance built along rivers that nourished life. The cities of the Indus Valley, planned, sophisticated, now only visible through excavations. Each of these teaches us something about human ingenuity. and each shows that the earth preserves memory in different forms: stone, pottery, earthworks, and sometimes stories passed from generation to generation. Could Atlantis be part of this pattern? A civilization advanced for its time, rising and falling long before the records we know? Perhaps it was one among many that existed before the dawn of written history. Perhaps it was lost to the waves, to time, to shifting geology. Yet in imagining it, we honour the past. We honour curiosity, and we honour the vastness of human potential. Consider this. Every story of flood, every myth of sunken cities, every legend passed down through generations may carry a whisper of reality. Across cultures, from Mesopotamia to India, from Greece to the Americas, there are echoes of events long past. The similarities are soft, subtle. Perhaps they're coincidence, or perhaps memory travels in ways we do not fully understand. Either way, they remind us that the earth keeps memories, and human imagination tries to reach them. And so we reflect. Atlantis, real or imagined, is part of a larger picture. We are part of this flow of time. We are travellers walking along the edges of what we know, looking out across oceans, deserts, mountains and valleys, wondering what came before. Each civilization, each city, each life contributes to the story of humanity, whether preserved in stone, buried beneath sand, or remembered only in thought. Breathe slowly now. Feel the quiet around you. You're safe. You're still. And yet, in this calm, there is space to wonder. Perhaps Atlantis will never be found. Perhaps it lies buried, lost, under kilometres of ocean, its walls softened by centuries. Perhaps it exists in story, imagination, and memory alone. Yet it still teaches humility. It reminds us to value curiosity over certainty, to explore, to imagine, to ask. What lies beyond what we see? The sea remains calm. Above, the stars continue to shine, reflecting softly on the water. Below, the ocean hums quietly, holding its mysteries. And you, listening tonight, are part of this reflection, part of the wonder, part of the flow of time. Atlantis, whether history or story, is more than just a city beneath the waves. It is an invitation to look deeper, to question, to imagine, and to remember. It teaches us that history is wider than we know, that knowledge is partial, and that human curiosity is eternal. And as you breathe gently, let this thought settle. We are small in front of deep time, yet our curiosity, our imagination, our wonder connects us across the ages, to Atlantis, to Egypt, to Mesopotamia, to civilizations long gone, and to each other in this quiet moment tonight. We have travelled far tonight, across century wars, across oceans, through stories both told and imagined. We have walked softly along streets of Atlantis, felt the weight of its walls, and imagined the lives of those who once lived there. We have listened to the whispers of history, to the silent hum of the sea, and to the quiet pulse of human curiosity. And now let us return slowly, gently to the present moment. Feel your body where you are. Notice the weight of the mattress or chair beneath you. Feel the air around your skin. Breathe in and then out. The world is calm and so are you. The story of Atlantis, whether true or imagined, teaches us something soft but profound. That life is fleeting, that time moves on, and that nothing lasts forever except what the Creator wills. Every city rises, every empire flourishes, every person lives, and then all things change. The pyramids stand, the ziggurats crumble, the oceans shift, and the waves keep their secrets. Perhaps there is a lesson here for us in our own lives. We may build, we may plan, we may achieve, but in the end, all we leave behind is memory, impact, and the traces we leave in the hearts of others. Our lives are brief in comparison to the deep span of history, yet even in their brevity, our choices matter. Our kindness, our curiosity, our pursuit of knowledge and understanding all ripple outward, quietly, softly, like gentle waves. Think for a moment. What have you built in your life? not only in the world around you but within yourself. What traces will your actions leave, not in stone or sand, but in the lives you touch, in the stories you tell, in the memories you create? The ocean keeps Atlantis hidden, yet in our minds and hearts we can hold its story, its mystery, and its lesson. In the same way, we can leave traces that matter, not to the world forever, but to the ones who share this journey with us. We are small, yes, all in the grand expanse of time, but our curiosity, our wonder, our imagination connects us to civilizations long gone, to oceans vast and silent, and to the stars above. We are travellers across the same flow of time that carried Atlantis, Egypt, Mesopotamia, and all the civilizations that came before. And consider this, even when history erases, memory preserves. Stories, myths, and reflections carry wisdom across generations. Atlantis may lie beneath the waves, unseen, unmeasured, yet it survives in imagination, in wonder, and in the gentle hum of curiosity that lives in every human heart. So too, our actions, our thoughts, and our care can echo softly even when we are gone. Breathe slowly now. Feel the calm settle deeper into your body. Notice your chest rising and falling with ease. Notice your thoughts drifting like clouds across a quiet sky. Let the gentle waves of reflection move through you, softly, without effort. Perhaps the story of Atlantis also teaches humility. It reminds us that power, wealth, and knowledge do not grant permanence. The earth is patient, vast, and quiet. It keeps secrets beyond our grasp, and yet it offers wonders for those who seek them with respect and patience. To imagine Atlantis is to imagine humility, to remember our smallness, and to treasure the quiet, unseen flow of time. And yet even in our smallness there is purpose. Even in fleeting life there is the possibility to create, to explore, to understand, and to connect. We are part of a great story larger than ourselves, moving steadily forward. Atlantis reminds us that life is both fragile and beautiful, that curiosity is eternal, and that wonder is a bridge to eternity. Now, gently bring your awareness back to your own surroundings. Feel the air on your skin. Hear the soft sounds around you. Notice your heartbeat, slow and steady, carrying you through this quiet night. You're part of the flow of history, part of the chain of curiosity that stretches across centuries and oceans. And as you rest here, think of what you carry forward. Not treasures of gold or stone, but the quiet wisdom of reflection. The knowledge that civilizations rise and fall, that the earth keeps its secrets, and that curiosity is one of the most enduring gifts we possess. Tonight, let us be gentle with ourselves. Let us be humble before time. Let us cherish imagination, reflection, and quiet wonder. Atlantis may be hidden beneath the waves, yet its story is alive. Alive in thought, alive in imagination, and alive in every moment we pause to reflect. And now, with a soft breath, let this reflection rest in your mind. Like a gentle wave returning to the ocean, let it drift softly, carrying calm, wisdom, and the quiet joy of wonder. You are small, yet connected. You are fleeting, yet part of eternity. You are here, and that is enough. Remember, the past teaches, the present nourishes, and the future waits patiently. Our time is brief, yet every moment holds the possibility of curiosity, reflection, and peace. Like Atlantis, we may vanish in one day, but the gentle echo of life, of thought, and of imagination endures. So rest now. Breathe in, breathe out, and feel the calm of this quiet journey, this gentle exploration of history, imagination, and time. You are part of something vast, quiet, and beautiful, and in this moment all is well, and now our journey slowly comes to a close. The waves have whispered their secrets. The streets of Atlantis have been walked through in thought. The ocean has carried us gently across time and imagination. Take a moment here in this quiet to feel yourself resting fully in the present. Notice the rise and fall of your chest with each breath. Notice the soft rhythm of your heartbeat, steady and calm. Notice the gentle weight of your body as it sinks into the support beneath you. You are safe, you are at peace. Perhaps you are lying in bed, perhaps sitting quietly in a chair. Maybe the room is dark, maybe the moonlight filters softly through the window. Notice where you are and let yourself simply be. Let the thoughts of Atlantis, of history, of time itself drift away like soft ripples on the water. We have wandered together through centuries, through oceans, through whispers of civilizations long gone. We have imagined streets, temples and people, all hidden beneath waves of time. We have listened to the quiet hum of the earth and reflected on the fleeting nature of life. And now it is time to rest. There is no rush, no expectation, only calm, only peace, only the gentle reminder that you are part of this vast flow of time. Even as civilizations rise and fall, even as the oceans shift and mountains endure, your presence here matters. Your curiosity matters. Your reflection matters. As you settle, allow yourself to carry one gentle thought. The past is a whisper. The present is a gift. And the future is quiet, waiting patiently for you. Perhaps you will dream tonight of oceans and lost cities. Perhaps you will feel the soft touch of imagined waves, the glow of underwater temples, the silence of streets long forgotten. Let these images carry you into sleep without concern or hurry. Let your mind wander softly across the mysteries of time, drifting as gently as the currents of the sea. Thank you for sharing this quiet time with me tonight. Thank you for walking through history, imagination, and reflection. You have been patient. You have been gentle. You have listened. And as you drift further into rest, remember this. You're small yet connected. You're fleeting yet part of eternity. You're here, and that is enough. Until next time, may your nights be calm. May your thoughts wander softly across the oceans of imagination. And may the gentle hum of history, wonder, and curiosity guide you into peaceful sleep. Rest now. Breathe in, breathe out, and let the quiet of this night carry you gently into dreams.